Welcome back to Yahoo Finance Live. I'm Julia LaRoche, and it's time for our Fame and Fortune segment. Cruella made its hotly anticipated debut on Disney Plus the same day it hit theaters, while the Friends reunion continues to give a big boost to HBO Max. Yahoo Finance's Alexandra Canal is here with the latest streaming data. Allie, what did you find?
Sorry, Julia, Disney Plus, Cruella, it delivered a download bump for the app as the live action film simultaneously battled A Quiet Place 2 at the box office. According to exclusive data we received from mobile analytics platform App Annie, Disney Plus app downloads jumped 58% day over day amid the Cruella premiere on Friday, May 28th. Now, this surge helped the service reach number 4 among entertainment apps and number 22 overall by U.S. iPhone downloads. That's up from its number 7 and number 54 spots, respectively, compared to the day prior. Now, Cruella was available on Disney Plus for an extra $30 rental fee, but it did make its theatrical debut on the same day, and that was a little spotty. It only brought in $26.5 million. Now, despite that, it was still the second best performing film at the box office last weekend. But when we compare that to really the behemoth here, A Quiet Place 2, the difference is quite staggering. That film brought in a whopping $57 million, widely surpassing expectations. Now, this could have been because A Quiet Place 2 did exclusively play out in the theater. There was no additional streaming option like consumers had with Cruella, but it still is giving just renewed optimism to the theatrical experience at large. But if we take a look at some of the other streamers out there, Disney Plus wasn't the only one with some news out this week. We also had HBO Max, which continues to see strong momentum following the Friends reunion, as well as Mayor of Easttown. You can see when the Friends reunion made its debut on Thursday, May 27th, that day after on Friday, it surged another 91% after climbing 30% the day prior. Now, the results pushed HBO Max to hit number 1 among entertainment apps and number 2 overall by U.S. iPhone downloads. And that continued through the weekend because on Sunday, the day of that final Mayor of Easttown episode, the HBO Max ranked number 2 and then number 6 when it comes to entertainment apps and U.S. iPhone downloads at large, respectively. So slightly slipping from the numbers that we saw on Friday from the Friends reunion, but still outperforming those competitors like Disney Plus. Now, I was a big Mayor of Easttown fan. I went on the HBO Max at 10 p.m. on Sunday to find that app to make sure I could watch that episode, but it was down because so many people were trying to access it at the same time. So just goes to show the power of HBO Max. I think that's going to continue to be a very strong platform in that Warner Media Discovery deal whenever it closes. And I think Mayor of Easttown, it just represents what they do best, that really solid scripted long-form content.
So usually it's during the summers we get the blockbusters, but the streaming's not going anywhere. It's going to dominate. So what are the expectations for the blockbusters this season?
I think expectations are still going to be high. Yesterday, we had Benchmark raise its box office estimates, initially sending IMAX shares higher on the news. Shares today, though, they're a bit down, off about 1%. But still, analyst Michael Hickey, he raised his price target on IMAX to $25 a share, citing the increased optimism and the slate that we have coming up. You're seeing on your screen now, we have a very impressive list: In the Heights, F9, Black Widow. All of those films, I think, will outperform that expectation, similar to what we saw with A Quiet Place 2. But I think it's important to keep in mind that all of these films have very different distribution strategies. So In the Heights, that's going to be available on HBO Max for no additional fee the same time that it hits theaters. Black Widow, it's going to be very similar to Cruella. If you want to pay the extra $30, you could see that within the comforts of your own home rather than the theater. And then F9 is going to play out in theaters before becoming available on demand about a month later. So I think all those distribution strategies we're going to have to keep in mind as these movies come to market this summer. We're going to see what's working, what's not. And then I think come the fall, since we seem to be at a good spot in this pandemic, you're going to see that more traditional theatrical experience play out, perhaps with that shortened 45-day window. So streaming not going anywhere anytime soon, but the box office recovery, I think, is still positive at this point in time.
Well, Allie, I'm with you on Mayor of Easttown because I used my Amazon Prime HBO plugin that I'm still paying for in addition to HBO Max to watch. But I have to ask, I want to be a little selfish here. Can you give us a recommendation for the weekend of something to watch that's really good?
Oh my goodness. Well, I literally have watched the Mayor of Easttown season premiere like 5 times at this point because I got my boyfriend to watch it. I got my friends to watch it, my family, my grandpa yesterday. He was over for dinner. And I said, we're just going to turn on HBO so you can watch Mayor of Easttown. He's like, I'm really tired. I'm like, no. You have to watch this film. So not film, but series. And it really plays out in such a great way. The acting's amazing. The story's phenomenal. So that would be my #1 recommendation if you have not watched it yet. So that's my vote.
All right. Well, sounds good. Thank you so much, Allie Canal, for that Fame and Fortune segment.